If you read the comments under any SCHD video on YouTube, you'll notice a pattern. People calling SCHD boring, outdated, even irrelevant. And honestly, that opinion is getting louder. But here's what most people don't realize. SCHD is not designed to impress you. It's designed to replace itself every single year, systematically. March 2026 is when that happens again. Now, in our opinion, dumping SCHD because it lagged tech is like firing a smoke alarm because it's loud. In 2025, SCHD leaned heavily into energy. Now the system recalculates. So, this video is about mechanics and why the 2026 Reconstitution could change everything. Chapter 1. What SCHD is and what it is not. Before we go any further, we need clarity because SCHD is often misunderstood. SCHD is a rules-based ETF. It tracks the Dow Jones US Dividend 100 Index. That matters because humans are not making judgment calls here. The process decides. SCHD focuses on US companies with long dividend histories, at least 10 straight years of dividend payments, no exceptions. It also screens for size and liquidity, so these are established businesses, not small or thinly traded stocks. Now, SCHD is not chasing the highest yield. That is a common assumption. But the methodology avoids extreme yield traps. SCHD is also not trying to beat growth stocks in momentum-driven markets. When tech leads, SCHD usually looks slow. That is normal behavior for this strategy. What SCHD is designed to do is different. It aims to hold companies with reliable cash flow, strong balance sheets, and dividends that can grow without stress. So when people judge SCHD only by short-term price movement, they are judging the wrong thing. Chapter 2. SCHD's Selection and Reconstitution Methodology. Now let's talk about how SCHD actually builds the portfolio. Everything starts with a large universe of US stocks. From there, several filters are applied. First, dividend durability. A company must have paid dividends for 10 straight years. This removes unstable businesses early. Next comes liquidity and size. There is a minimum market cap requirement and minimum trading volume. This keeps the fund practical and scalable. After that, the real ranking begins. Eligible companies are scored using 4 factors: free cash flow compared to total debt, return on equity, dividend yield, and 5-year dividend growth. Each factor matters. Together, they measure sustainability rather than excitement. Only the top-scoring companies survive this step. Exactly only 100 make it into the index. Weights are then adjusted. No single stock can dominate. No sector can exceed preset limits. Once a year in March, the entire process runs again. Companies that weaken drop out. Stronger ones replace them. No headlines involved. No predictions involved. Just updated fundamentals. That annual reset is why Reconstitution matters so much. Chapter 3. What the 2025 Reconstitution taught us. The 2025 Reconstitution gave us a real lesson, not a theory, actual results. That year, energy stocks ranked very well. Strong cash flows, high dividends, solid balance sheets. As a result, energy became a large part of SCHD, nearly 1/5 of the fund. From a rules perspective, the decision made sense. The data supported it at the time. Then reality shifted. Oil prices became volatile. Energy markets turned unpredictable. That volatility weighed on SCHD's short-term performance. Here's the key takeaway. The system did exactly what it was designed to do. It followed the data, and then it waited. SCHD does not react to mid-year. It does not panic sell. It does not rebalance emotionally. Instead, it allows a full cycle to play out. Then it reassesses everything at the next reconstitution. That's why 2025 matters so much. It showed both the strength and the limits of a rules-based approach. And it set the stage for what happens next in 2026. Chapter 4. Why the March 2026 Reconstitution matters more than usual. Every reconstitution matters for SCHD, but March 2026 stands out. The reason is timing. Over the last few years, market leadership became very narrow. A small group of stocks drove most returns. Dividend-focused strategies were left behind. At the same time, interest rates moved higher. That pressured many income-focused companies, especially those with debt. Now conditions are shifting. Rates have stabilized and in some cases declined. That changes how cash flow looks on paper. It also changes how debt is serviced. SCHD responds directly to that data. By March 2026, companies will have reported updated earnings. Balance sheets will reflect a full year of adjustment. Dividend decisions will already be visible. That makes the ranking process more meaningful. Weak balance sheets are harder to hide. Strong cash generation stands out more clearly. This reconstitution also follows a period of concentration risk. Energy exposure rose sharply in 2025. That exposure now gets reviewed under fresh data. So, March 2026 becomes a reset point, one where the system can rebalance risk and potentially reshape how SCHD behaves going forward. Chapter 5. Likely sector shifts in the 2026 Reconstitution. Now let's talk about what the methodology may favor next. This is pattern recognition. Start with energy. After heavy exposure in 2025, volatility matters. Price swings affect cash flow stability. That impacts quality scores. As a result, energy weight could moderate, not disappear. Just normalize. Financials may also face pressure. Lower rates compress lending margins. That can weaken profitability metrics, especially for smaller banks. Meanwhile, other sectors quietly score better. Healthcare benefits from steady demand. An aging population supports revenue consistency. Many companies show strong cash flow and long dividend histories. Utilities are another candidate. Revenues are regulated. Cash flows are predictable. Lower rates reduce capital costs. Telecom infrastructure also stands out. These companies operate essential networks. Dividend policies tend to be stable. Debt becomes easier to manage when rates ease. What matters here is process. Sector changes are not strategic bets. They are outcomes. The system follows the same rules every year. When fundamentals shift, weights shift with them. So, any rotation in 2026 would reflect updated balance sheets, updated returns on equity, and updated dividend sustainability. That is how SCHD adapts without guessing. Chapter 6. Long-term evidence behind SCHD strategy. To understand why this approach exists, we need history. Dividend growth has been studied for decades, not just by one firm, by many researchers. Hartford Funds analyzed long-term market data. They found that companies growing dividends delivered strong returns. Volatility was lower as well. Wellington Management looked even deeper. They sorted stocks by dividend yield over nearly a century. The surprising result was consistency. Moderate yield stocks outperformed more often. The highest yield group did not. That matters for SCHD because the methodology naturally selects that middle ground. Reasonable yield, strong discipline, reliable cash flow. There is also index data. The Dow Jones U.S. Dividend 100 Index goes back to the late 1990s. Across multiple market cycles, it held up well. .com, financial crisis, pandemic volatility. The takeaway is not guaranteed. Past results never promise future outcomes. The takeaway is behavior. This strategy tends to perform best when speculation fades and when fundamentals regain attention. That context helps explain why SCHD exists and why its rules have remained largely unchanged. Chapter 7: Risks, Limitations, and Realistic Expectations. Before wrapping this up, we need balance. SCHD carries risk. All equity investments do. There will be periods of underperformance, especially when markets reward speculation. That has happened before, and it can happen again. Reconstitution does not eliminate drawdowns. It does not protect against market-wide declines. Price volatility still exists. Dividend growth can also slow. Companies adjust payouts based on profits. Economic pressure shows up eventually. Another important point is time horizon. SCHD works best over full cycles, not months, not quarters. Investors expecting fast price movement often get disappointed. This strategy does not aim for excitement. It aims for durability. It is also important to say this clearly. This discussion is for education, not personal financial advice. Individual goals matter. Risk tolerance matters. Income needs matter. Understanding those factors is more important than any single ETF, including SCHD. When expectations match design, results tend to make more sense. So let's bring everything together. 2026 matters for SCHD because of structure. The annual Reconstitution forces change. It reviews balance sheets, and it refreshes the portfolio using updated data. After the energy-heavy tilt in 2025, the system gets a chance to rebalance risk. Over time, that discipline is the point. SCHD is built for investors who value consistency, who prefer rules over reactions, and who care about income that can grow. The 2026 Reconstitution may not grab headlines, but structurally, it could shape the next phase of this fund. And sometimes, the most important changes happen without noise. Thanks for watching.